Hello friends, today we'll see the remaining portion of module number 4 of mechanical measurements and metrology, that is transducers. Okay, we have seen the generalized measurement system, we have seen the some important definitions. Now we'll see the transducers. So basically what are the transducers? See, as we discussed earlier, the transducers are nothing but these are the devices which converts one form of energy to the another form of energy, or these are also called as sensors sometimes, because these converts one form of energy to the another form of energy. Okay, and what is the transducer efficiency? If you see the efficiency of the transducer, how to find the efficiency of the transducer, the simple formula is there. It will be a ratio of information delivered by the pickup, that is I out, to the information received, that is I in. It is the output given by the transducers to the input received by the transducer, that is called as the efficiency of the transducer. Usually in any mechanical devices or any electrical devices, the transducer will receive the information, or it will receive the signal from the device which will be measuring, which is called as a measure end. The measure end is nothing but it is the measuring, it is a material which is used for measuring, means from that we are receiving the signal, and that signal will be taken as an input signal to the transducer, and that input signal will be converted into the another form. Like in your generalized measurement system, we have seen the three stages: stage 1, stage 2, and stage 3. The stage 1 will be like a only detecting stage, where it will detect only the signal from the device, and the stage 2 will be the intermediate stage, where it will converts a signal, okay, which will be easily readable by the stage 3. And stage 3 will be a readout signal or a recording signal stage, where you will get directly a output of the transducer. Okay, now next we'll see some of the types of the transducers, like what are the primary and secondary transducers, what are the active transducers and passive transducers. Okay, let's start. What is a primary transducer by taking an example of your Bourdon tube pressure gauge. See, Bourdon tube pressure gauge here, the primary transducer is your Bourdon tube, which will be a elliptical cross section as shown in the figure. You can see the elliptical cross section, or which is a circular section, which is treated as a primary transducer, and it will be having a detecting stage, and it will detect only the pressure. Okay, and once it detects the pressure, it will become to the circular, it will become to the circular section, and its free end A will move outward. The free end A will move outward, and resulting motion is transmitted by the link to the sector gear and in turn to the pinion, causing the pointer to move over the scale. You can see the sector C and the pinion D, which is clearly mentioned in your figure. From the point A, when this Bourdon tube becomes a circular fashion, this point A moves outward, and because of the link B, it will be transmitted to the sector C and the pinion D. Because of this movement, the scale will move, the pointer will move over the scale. So in this example, the Bourdon tube serves as a primary detector or a transducer, which means it will change the pressure to the linear displacement of the link B. Okay, when it detects the pressure P, pressure, the Bourdon tube will become circular fashion, and it will be treated as a primary transducer, and the secondary transducer will be the sector gear and the pinion, which act as a secondary transducer, and it will receive the signal from the primary transducer. That is the link B will be the receiver stage for the secondary transducer. Okay, this is how you can explain the primary and secondary transducer by giving the example of Bourdon tube pressure gauge. Okay, and there are some more transducers like active transducer and passive transducers. Directly we'll see what are the active transducers and passive transducers by uh, seeing the comparison, or being the by seeing the differences between active transducer and passive transducer. See, what is active transducer? The active transducer is one which generate the output in the form of voltage or current without any external energy source is used, is known as a active transducer. See, here there is no additional energy source is required for the active transducer to convert or to generate the output. Next, the passive transducer will be a reverse. Here it will generate the output, but it requires a additional energy source. Okay, like capacitance or resistance and some inductance changes causes the input signal. The working principle will be the draw the energy from the major and source. Here the energy, how the energy will be taken, it will receive the energy from the major and source, and here it will take the power from the, in passive transducer it will take the power from the external source directly. It will take the energy from the external source. And if you see the design of the active transducer, it will be very simple, but as in case of passive transducer it will be complicated. Resolution, if you see the resolution will be low and it will be high. What is this resolution and all? We have seen the definition, threshold and resolution. Output signal, the output signal produces from the signal to be measured. Okay, the output will be produced from the signal to be measured. Here the output obtains by receiving the signal from the external power sources. The example of your active transducer is thermocouple, which is used for your measurement of the temperature, for photovoltaic cell. Okay, all those things. And in case of passive transducer, it is a thermistor, differential transformer. Okay, all those things will come in passive transducer. And next is the classification of first stage device. See, first stage device, as we see in your generalized measurement system, you have to keep all the time that generalized measurement system block diagram in your mind. That the first stage, what is the role of first stage? The first stage is just to sense the signal, or just to detect the signal from the major end. Okay, there are three classification, or there are three classes of the first stage devices. Class 1 is the first stage element used as a detector only. It will become only a detector. For example, your dial indicator, which is used in your laboratory. And the class 2 is a first stage element used as a detector and the signal stage transducer, and the single stage transducer. Example is your Bourdon tube, means it will detect the signal as well as it will transform that signal to the another form, like in your Bourdon tube. Means the energy will be given to the sector gear and the pinion. That is a kind of transmission it is doing from the input stage. And the stage 3 will be the first stage element used as a detector with two transducer stages. Example, if you again take the Bourdon tube, but the Bourdon tube, if it is coupled with a differential transformer, if you couple the Bourdon tube with the differential transformer or comprehensive type of load cell, the load cell which is used in your normal lab, which is will be a compre- comprehensive type, compressive type. Then what are the primary functions of the first stage elements? The first stage elements is to selectively sense the input. The first stage element should sense only the input. And the second primary function is to transduce the sensed information in a manner acceptable to the stage 2, that is the intermediate stage. Whatever the first primary function is to sense the input, second function is to whatever that informations are sensed, that must be transduced in such a manner that it must be acceptable at stage 2. These are the two major functions of your stage 1 devices. Next is there are some of the transducers like mechanical transducers, which are the types and which are the operations. You will study these types in detail one by one. Okay, what are these elastic members? For example, if you consider the categories: contacting spindle pin and the displacement for the displacement to the displacement, the operation, the elastic member, springs, load cell, proving rings, Bourdon tube, diaphragms, all those things will come in elastic members. What are their operations? It is mentioned in your PPT, you can grow it. However, we are going to study these elements one by one in detail. Okay, what are the springs, how they are going to use, what are the load cells, and what is the proving rings. Okay, now here the operation is the force is converted into the linear displacement. Okay, and in Bourdon tube the pressure is converted into the pointer displacement. Okay, like that the operations are given, and this is the table of that. These are the types of mechanical type transducers, and next is electrical type transducers. Here the resistive will be there, inductive, the types, these are the resistive category types, inductive category types, capacitive category types. Okay, which are and what are their operations? Okay, they are given in the table, you can just refer them. However, we'll study them in detail in the next session. Okay, thank you. You just refer the table, be ready for the next session. Thank you.